Welcome back to another episode of College Hockey Talk. We are here today with rising junior forward from Bentley University and a seventh-round draft pick of the Ottawa Senators, Yakov Novak. Welcome to the podcast, Yakov, and how are you doing today?
For having me on.
How's quarantine going?
That's going all right. Mixing a couple of rounds of golf here and there. Getting on the boat, some water activities, but other than that, it's pretty tough. Trying not getting into a gym and kind of doing at-home workouts right now. So there was a tough little period where you couldn't skate or really work out, but now everything's kind of opening up, so it's kind of a little more free now, kind of almost back to normal. So, how about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Are you doing anything differently to currently prepare for this uncertain season?
I think I'm just trying to improve my conditioning and my quickness. I think in a time like this, it's easy to go out and run and work on some things that I think I could improve tremendously. And so just kind of focusing on those two things right now.
You played your junior hockey in the NAHL for the Janesville Jets. What was that experience like for you?
It was awesome. I know my first year kind of coming on into the league, I was kind of unsure of how the league was and the players playing. So I kind of found a role there, kind of playing third, fourth line minutes, and just trying to stick to the plan. And my second year in Janesville, I kind of switched my role a little bit to becoming more of a threat. And just the people and coaches there, they're awesome. So couldn't say anything, nothing bad about the organization.
You also won MVP your final season there. Describe the emotions you were feeling after you found out you won that award.
It was pretty surreal. I had a really good year, and I couldn't thank my teammates and linemate enough for that. Just kind of the development from my first year, my second year was something I was pretty proud in, and kind of cap it off with getting the MVP award is something that you kind of work for and you kind of see it. So I was happy for that.
And you got drafted by the Ottawa Senators that same year. What was draft day like for you, and how did you find out?
Yeah, that was kind of surreal day as well. Kind of just going out for breakfast with my sister and kind of come back to the house and kind of just hear my name called on TV. So it was a lot of speculation. Like you never know if you're going to go in the later rounds, but happily it did, and the rest is history.
And you got to participate in development camp, and I heard there was an axe throwing competition there as well. What was that experience like for you, and anything else unique that you got to do there?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just kind of meeting all the players and players, competing for a spot. They really value like team building. So yeah, kind of like you mentioned, we went axe throwing. It's kind of like a team building event, or kind of just getting all the boys together and bonding a little bit. So what I mean, to have a strong team, I think the guys on the team have to be strong as well. So building those connections early is useful for later.
You also got to do development camp with fourth overall pick Brady Tkachuk. I just want to ask you, what was it like to play with him and have the experience of development camp with him as well?
Yeah, no, he came ready. A lot of the guys, you knew who, like whenever every time he was out there, like you knew when he was out there. Like plays big, loud, you know what I mean? So fun guy to be around.
That's awesome. And before I get to your time with Bentley, what's the communication like between you and the Senators when you play college hockey?
Yeah. So some weekends they'll shoot you a text and they're gonna say, hey, they're in the area. They're stopping by to watch a game. So you kind of know beforehand, or sometimes they're just in the area and fly by and you talk to them after. So communication's pretty good. You talk to them at least once every 2 weeks. The trainer, coaches, or the development coaches. So the chain of communication is really strong there, and just trying to develop.
Speaking of Bentley, what made you want to go to Bentley and pursue your hockey career in college?
Something that was always huge was academics, and Bentley has a really good business program. That's kind of what I wanted to do in the future. So kind of for my backup plan, I have I want to be, wealth management and kind of get into that. So just by having that as an option was something that I really valued in school. And just by talking to the coaches, they're, just the most loyal to me. And, I just kind of, when I came to campus, kind of just fell in love with campus.
In your freshman year, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make playing college hockey?
I think just the time you have with the puck is so limited. Coming from Denal, I had the puck on my stick, but I didn't really have to take my head up right away when I got it. But coming to college hockey, the time you have with the puck, it's like split seconds where you got to get your head up right away. There's a guy coming at you, so I think just the amount of time you have with the puck is something that like the biggest thing I had to worry about.
And you and Bentley had a fantastic year this year until the season got canceled. Your team was supposed to play AIC. When did you find out that the season was canceled, and what was the team's reaction like?
Yeah, so actually we're on our way to go to AIC Friday morning, and we're getting down there to get a pregame skate at our rink. Our coach kind of just said, "Hey, put everything on hold right now. We're having a board call." So he flies upstairs. They get a call. He comes back downstairs and later lets us know that we're not traveling. We're not completing the season. So he thought it was a good idea. Everyone in our room kind of last final ski, get on the ice and get our game jerseys on. So we did that and kind of had one last hurrah with all the guys. Just a little scrimmage, kind of a little send off. So not the way we all wanted to finish on the ice, but kind of well needed for everyone. Just some closure, I guess.
And what was your favorite game this past season that you played in?
My favorite game, I think I'd have to go with against New Hampshire. I think I just have to go that because the game went to overtime, and I was lucky enough to get the overtime winner, and just kind of seeing the crowd and everyone erupt is kind of unreal. So
that's awesome. And what advice would you give younger players who are trying to pursue college hockey?
Honestly, I'd just say take those 5 minutes before, stay at 5 minutes after, kind of work on some little things, whether it's just skating or shooting the puck or whatever it is. I say just really value that time after. Try to stay on as long as you can, and just kind of work on some little things.
And speaking, you play in the Atlantic Hockey. There's many different and interesting road arenas to play in. What is your favorite road arena to play in?
Ooh, favorite road arena? Tough one. I think I would have to go with Army. Army, they got a really big rink, so you're able to just fly on that rink. It sucks for the back check, but you just have a lot of space and time with the puck too in both zones. So I like that rink to play in.
That's awesome. And now we're going to go into the non-hockey segment of the podcast where I ask you non-hockey questions. And my first question is, what is your favorite class at school?
Favorite class? I'd say the last class. I've been taking finance my major right now, so my favorite class I think I'd have to say is law. Kind of getting into individual and kind of deeper into the law segment of the courses, but kind of taking a broad array of courses in law. So I like all of them in law.
That's awesome. And since Bentley is so close to Boston, have you had the chance to visit the city? And if so, what is your favorite part about Boston?
Yeah, no, we venture out into the city on certain weekends, but I think my favorite part about the city is just how big of a sports town it is. You got the Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, right? Red Sox, and just the community there is so strong, built around sports, and it's kind of just being a sports fan going down there. It's kind of awesome. You see a lot of sports bars, and you see a lot of people wearing jerseys, so it's kind of cool.
Have you been to any game in particular?
Yeah, I've been to Red Sox games. I haven't been to a Celtics yet, or Patriots. So that's to come.
Well, hopefully you can have the chance to go this year, especially with everything going on.
Hopefully.
What is your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? I don't even know. Don't really watch much TV.
I understand that. Speaking of teammates, who has the best style on Bentley?
Best style. I think best style would have to go to number 9, Brendan Walkham. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. No. He's kind of he's crazy when it comes to colors. So
Does he have any
he can really let
wild
loose.
brands like Gucci or anything?
Yeah, he kind of mixes it all in, but I don't know. He's kind of extra with that.
And who's the funniest on the team?
Funniest? I'd have to say Ethan Roswell. He's pretty funny. He always cracks me up.
That's great. And the final 2 questions I have, which are hockey related, is which NHL player do you try to model your game as?
You know, I like to model my game as kind of like a Tom Wilson, kind of being able to be physical, and also kind of finish and kind of play the same type as he did. So that's someone I kind of look up to and try to model my game after.
Will you get into some fights when you go pro?
Oh yeah, I mean if it has to be done, I'm down.
And the last question is, what is your favorite hockey memory?
Favorite hockey memory? I'd say AAA, kind of winning Silver Stick. Our team came in as a team kind of, under the radar and, being able to beat a lot of the top teams and, do it as a whole. And being able to put up a banner in our rink is kind of surreal for all of us, as kids. So we all think back to it every time we see each other. So I think that's pretty the most surreal hockey moment I've had so far.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and I wish you the best for next year, and hopefully I can catch a game and see you guys play.
Yeah, no, let me know. If you're in the area, get you a ticket.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a nice day, and good
All
luck
right.
here.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Later.